Hey everybody, this is Sean
and Dave,
and from Northeast Adventures, and this is our first video we're making on our YouTube page. And right now we are on our way to hike up Mount Washington, where we are coming from Haverhill, Mass, where it's 62 degrees, and it should be around 27 degrees when we get there. We'll keep you updated with that one. We'll in a few. But yeah, so this mountain is a unique mountain for those who have never been on it. It's it's a mountain that when you hike up wintertime, you should respect it. And it's definitely adventure, an adrenaline rush.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, so
it's got the highest recorded wind speeds known to mankind, 231 mile per hour wind speeds at the summit. So that's kind of crazy.
That's good to know. It's kind of like cool. But we've been checking the weather. The past 10 days, keeping an update every day, checking it a couple times just to see if it's safe to go up and, making sure we have the right equipment. The trail we're going up is the
Amonoosuc Ravine Trail.
Yeah. So it's a lot safer. No crazy rock ice climbing and such. So
I think usually it's used from May to October. That's like when they say it's best used by. But we're going in the winter because why not?
Right.
We want an adventure. Northeast Adventures, it's what we do.
It's
adventuring
what we do
in the Northeast.
And our goal is to make a lot more videos for you guys to just enjoy our journey and just a fun thing for us to do and to create.
Yeah.
But awesome. So stay tuned, and we'll keep you guys updated.
Peace. Alrighty, it's Dave and Sean from Northeast Adventures. We're here at the Amonoosuc Ravine Trail in Mount Washington. And as you can already see over here, someone has gone off the trail and it shows that it's really deep on that side.
Yeah, probably way steep, so you got to stick to the trail.
It's safe and packed down right here. If you go over here too far, you sink all the way down.
Yeah, so it's vitally important. If anyone is going hiking, just stick to the trails. If you go off it, you don't have snowshoes or whatsoever, you're going to sink pretty far down, and it's going to be a clumsy climb for you, and it's very difficult. So better safe than sorry. You don't want to hurt yourself, so try to stay safe to the trails here right now. But this is the beginning of the Trail of Amonoosuc, and our journey and our story on this mountain in the winter begins now.
Yeah, it's pitch black. Here we go.
Keep everyone updated. We are taking a break, laying down, really sitting down on the snow because we are exhausted. The packs are just too much on us.
Way too much.
Way too much. And
we just need to, next time we go hiking like this, we gotta prepare like the pack better. Like, we definitely gotta make sure the weight is not too much.
Yeah. So that's the thing. So one step at a time, taking it easy. And this is probably the most out of breath. And we should never had pizza coming up here.
Yeah, no, we should not have had a large.
It's almost like I feel like puking it out of me. I feel so out of it.
Dude, I felt like I was going to throw up just going up that little bit we just passed.
Yeah, that was pretty steep. Alright, signing out. So right now, everybody, we are just flattening out this area. We're overly exhausted. And we're on Amonoosuc Trail, and we ended up carrying too much weight, and so
I think if we just shovel the snow and make walls.
What we're trying to do is flatten it out with our feet and shovel some of this out. And
do you think that's a big enough space?
We'll sleep here, and then the rest we'll hike to the summit Wednesday, the 4th. March 4th, sorry. 2020, people. So I know that you guys probably can't hear the audio on my phone. Is actually pretty bad. My phone during this hike was doing extremely bad, and so I have a whole new phone now that a lot of our recordings couldn't be on here. So this is definitely not the greatest video to make, but what we're doing right now is because the path is so uneven set up a tent. We are trying to do our best to level it out so that we can lay down our tent, and that's what you're seeing us do right now. But again, I do apologize for the video quality and the lack of videos putting on here, and it's a mess, but it's a beginning, and we had fun either way.
Yeah, I definitely won't be able to get that with my hands.
We're almost.
You want to take a switch?
Yeah. So, there you go. If I feel like we want a level where the tent will be. So you don't want to go too far down where you are. This is kind of higher. It's like over here, feel like it's going up. Yeah, there you go.
Dude, this shovel sucks.
That's fine.
It's a rock.
It's fine. I'm thinking, alright. Maybe more this way. My turn.
Excellent.
Trying to flatten out the air, people. And,
It's tough work with only one tiny shovel that doesn't do its job.
yeah, we'll get it done, though, people. We'll show you the finished work in a few.
Oh, we finally got to tent. We're in here. Everything's good. We're in our sleeping bags. We got our pads. We're gonna chill out and hit the trails in the morning. Yeah.
I think the only thing that, really kind of tricked us was, the weather. You check the weather here. We've been checking it, and we expect it to be a little bit colder, not as rainy, so everything is a little bit wet. And so everything's a little bit wet. And we're exhausted. And we ate definitely the worst food you can eat and stuff yourself with, and then do a hike with a full stomach of Meat Lovers Pizza. I recommend people do not do that. But, we are going to hike the rest when we wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
But, all right, everybody. We'll see you in the morning. We'll keep you updated.
Stay breezy, everybody.
And cheesy.
And cheesy.
There was the biggest crime wave this country had ever seen. And all that illegal liquor was flowing down from the hills to the cities by the truckload. And gangsters were just scooping money off the streets like candy. You had men like Al Capone, Tommy Malloy, that Mad Dog Floyd Banner. They just moved in and took over.
Good morning. So right now, we woke up. Well, we've been up. And so just pretty much repacking everything. And before we head up, we're going to cook and have something to eat before we go up. Nothing crazy too much, but something that warms our bodies up and begin to hike up. It's beautiful. There's something special about hiking this mountain in the winter. I hiked this mountain in the summer, I hiked up one of the hardest trails northeast of the United States is Hudsonton Ravine they have here without climbing gear. And it was a wonderful hike. But, you know, it's something beautiful here in the winter. It just makes it so special. The weather, while we were sleeping, just constantly changed. And let's see here. You know, one moment it was raining, one moment it stopped, and it turned to snow, then it turned back to rain, and it turned to hail, and just it kept on doing this vicious cycle in our tent. And so, but it held up. The wind went crazy, then it died down. So, yeah. Right now, David is getting some hand warmers. His feet are a little bit cold. But he'll be fine once he's moving around, I'm sure.
You just shake these things, right?
I have no idea, dude.
I don't know either.
I don't really use hand warmers, so. You feel I'm getting warmer?
I don't know.
Just reads directions. What we were doing is to go down here and try to dig here, but then it goes a crazy ditch that we're falling into that it went further down than 4 feet. You know, we were like, all right, how far do we have to dig down? It's getting really deep. But anyways, we are about to cook.
Okay, buddy?
All right, almost fell there. All right. Well, Dave's mom, thank you.
Thanks, Mom.
For cooking us up some goulash. It's one of these cheap stoves we ended up getting at Walmart for like 20 bucks. But it gets the job done.
It's gotta heat up for a little bit. If I keep stirring it, it won't get hot.
All right, my man. Looks pretty good. You can, thanks to Dave's mom for making some goulash. Got the tent all wrapped up. We're going to be continuing our hike up.
A lot of the rice.
Good morning. So right now we woke up. Well, we've been up, and so it's just pretty much repacking everything. And before we head up, we're gonna cook and have something to eat before we go up. Nothing crazy too much, but something that warms our bodies up
This thing's frozen.
and begin to hike up. But you know, it's beautiful. There's something special about hiking this mountain in the winter. You know, I hiked this mountain in the summer. I hiked up one of the hardest trails northeast of the United States is Hudsonton Ravine they have here without climbing gear. And it was a wonderful hike. But, you know, it's something beautiful here in the winter. It just makes it so special. The weather, while we were sleeping, just constantly changed. And let's see here. You know, one moment it was raining, one moment it stopped, and it turned to snow, then it turned back to rain, and it turned to hail, and just it kept on doing this vicious cycle in our tent. And so, but it held up. The wind went crazy, then it died down. So, yeah. Right now, David is getting some hand warmers. His feet are a little bit cold. But he'll be fine once he's moving around, I'm sure.
You just shake these things, right?
I have no idea, dude.
I don't know either.
I don't really use hand warmers, so. You feel I'm getting warmer?
I don't know.
Just read the directions. What we were doing is to go down here and try to dig here, but then it goes a crazy ditch that we're falling into that it went further down than 4 feet. You know, we were like, all right, how far do we have to dig down? It's getting really deep. But anyways, we are about to cook. This was the beginning of our hike where it was starting to get a lot steeper. This is nothing compared to what I tried to record, and again, the videos did not come out well, and my phone was all cracked due to that. It fell, and where I wasn't able to record everything because of it, but it got crazy. Here's another video where we had other videos that we were up more. We came around a mile to the summit, a little bit less to the summit, but the winds got so crazy that we had to turn around. We had a video, but again, my phone sound quality, visibility, and everything was horrible. I do apologize, but we decided to turn around due to the winds. And the winds ended up getting crazy. It got to 110-mile-an-hour sustaining winds with a gust up to 133 miles per hour. So it got crazy and definitely got a lot dangerous. It was starting to, our conscience was telling us to turn around there. Thank God we listened to our convictions. So this is us having a little bit of fun, about to slide down, and because it's so steep, you can take advantage And on the video, it doesn't do justice how actually steep it is. Doesn't look that steep at all. But it's enough for us that we can slide down. And probably wasn't the greatest things for us to slide down, only because we both had rip in our pants the time we got to the bottom. So yeah, time to get new pants. But we appreciate you all watching, following our journey. This is just the beginning. Thank you guys.